Today we are going to learn about transcription. This is a topic of molecular basis of inheritance. Let us see what is transcription. Transcription means DNA to RNA synthesis, that is formation of RNA from DNA, or we can say it is the process of copying genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA. Suppose this is the DNA strand, it has unwind, so we will get two polarities. One is 3n to 5n and another one is 5n to 3n. The polarity which is 3n to 5n is called template strand. It is also called non-coding strand or antisense strand. On this only, the RNA polymerase enzyme will bind and synthesize RNA from 5 to 3n. So this is a, we can say, template strand. The opposite strand is called coding strand, on which there will be no synthesis of RNA. Let us summarize. When DNA opens or unwinds, what is synthesized? RNA. This RNA will be synthesized on template strand, which will be in which direction? 3n to 5n. This RNA is called messenger RNA because it is bringing message from DNA. This mRNA is going to synthesize one protein chain. What is this one protein chain? Actually, in a cell known as, it is a type of enzyme. We know that this enzyme will catalyze one reaction or will control one function in a cell. So we can also say that, as we remember, one gene controls one function. Similarly, this part of the template strand is called one cistron, because this one strand cistron is going to synthesize one polypeptide chain. That is why this one cistron is called smallest functioning unit. Now in this transcription, 3 RNA polymerase are going to be utilized. So let us see them, only you should know their role. So RNA polymerase 1 will help in synthesis of rRNA, ribosomal RNA, and they are present 80%. Second one will be synthesizing mRNA, or we can say heterogeneous nuclear RNA or hnRNA. The third one will be synthesizing tRNA or small nuclear RNAs or snRNAs. What is transcription unit? So this is a very important question. This is asked in exam. Transcription unit is made up of 3 regions. Number 1, promoter. Number 2, terminator. And third, structural gene. What is promoter? Where is it present? So just see, this is a DNA double strand structure which is open unwind. This is from 3n to 5n and this is from 5n to 3n. The promoter region is always present at 5 end of coding strand, and terminator region is always present at 3 end of the coding strand, and between them the part is called structural gene. Now we know that template strand will only code the RNA, or synthesis of RNA will be on template strand. Why? Because on promoter region there are some specific nucleotides present. They are T, A, T, A, T. They are also called Tata box. On this, RNA polymerase enzyme always bind, and this RNA polymerase always catalyzes polymerization in which direction? From 5n to 3n direction. Suppose this is the example shown here. This is the 3n to 5n direction. When RNA polymerase binds on promoter, you can see this mRNA has been synthesized. Do remember, Instead of T, it will be using uracil, the nitrogen base. Others nitrogen base will be same, but instead of thymine, uracil will be seen on mRNA. Why there is why mRNA is not formed on the coding strand of DNA? It is because if you see this mRNA which is synthesized is having similar nitrogen base just like coding strand, and because of this the two polypeptide chains will be formed. So only one mRNA is synthesized on template strand. And one thing we have to remember that RNA polymerase always bind to the Tata box or promoter region. So this is about transcription. Let us see the second topic. It is called post-transcriptional modification of RNA. The RNA which is formed, we are going to see what changes takes place in that. So question can be formation of functional RNA, that is explain the formation of functional RNA. Let us just revise. This is the DNA just now we have seen. This is unwind portion of DNA. At promoter, RNA polymerase has been bind, and what has been released? This is mRNA. This mRNA which has been released is immature or inactive. This particular RNA is having red and blue sequences. Red ones are symbolizing exon and blue one as introns. So this blue one introns are called non-coding sequence or split genes. They do not code for any amino acid or genetic code. So that's why as this RNA is having exons and introns, it is called heterogeneous nuclear RNA. It has been seen that it is also called discontinuous or interrupted because it is interrupted by introns. So this RNA is called primary transcript RNA or pre-messenger RNA. To become active, this RNA has to pass through some processes. So in exam, the question comes, explain the processing of RNA. So you have to explain these points. The first one is called capping. In capping, what happens? This is the mRNA strand. As you can see, at the 5 end, you can see one nucleotide called methyl guanosine triphosphate. In short, you can write MGPPP. This is added over here, and this is called capping. The second step is tailing. In tailing, we move to the termination part. At 3 end direction, here adenylate residues will get attached. They are about 200 to 300 nucleotides. This is also called polyadenylation. The third step is called splicing. In splicing, as we have seen, introns are to be removed. Why? Because they are unwanted base sequence. They are split genes. So they have been removed, as you can see. And now what is left is only the exons. Now this RNA having the capping, tailing as well as splicing is called mature RNA, or we can say it is a fully processed messenger RNA. Suppose this is the messenger RNA inside the nucleus, it will come outside into the cytoplasm for protein synthesis. So at last we can say this particular mRNA was coded out from one cistron. What was one cistron? It was a sequence of DNA nucleotide that codes for one protein chain, which is equal to one gene. Now let us see third topic, genetic code. Genetic codes are generally triplet. If you remember, we are having 4 nitrogen bases and they are going to code for 20 amino acids which are present in a cell. So one codon always have 3 nitrogenous bases, remember. So if we calculate the 4 nitrogenous bases in triplet, we will get 64 codons are present universally. A specific definition of codon and genetic code is asked in exam. So do remember the keywords. Here a codon. What is codon? You can say it is a code word. Is always a triplet sequence of nitrogen base in mRNA copied from DNA molecule which codes for a particular amino acid. Then what is genetic code? Here it is a sequence of nitrogenous base on mRNA molecule which encloses the information for linking the amino acids during synthesis of protein molecule. The very next question of genetic code is explain essential features of genetic code. So these are compulsory to be written same as it is given in the book. Let us discuss them. First point says that all the genetic codes are triplet. So these are, you can see, triplet. They are always comma-less. Comma-less means you can see on mRNA all the nitrogen base are arranged one after the other. But only this will code for one amino acid, this for one. So they do not mingle each other. So they are comma-less. They are non-overlapping. Non-overlapping says that after one code is over, the second code will start. After the 3, another 3 will start. So they do not overlap or mix with each other. Next point is genetic code is degenerate code. The meaning is that more than one codons can code for a particular amino acid. For example, this is amino acid serine. This is able to code all these genetic codes. In this genetic codes, what is the peculiarity? If you see first 2 nitrogen base UC, UC, UC are same. Only the third nitrogen base is different. Here also AG is same, U and C are different. So third nitrogen base which is different in all of them is called wobbly base and they code for one amino acid. Such type of and arrangement is called degenerate code. Next is genetic codes are unambiguous and they are very specific. Meaning is that all living cells in the world codon codes for the same amino acid, maybe unicellular, multicellular, plants or animals. These genetic codes show collinearity, means they are arranged in a same linear sequence. Next point is genetic code always have initiation codon which is always AUC which will code for the amino acid methionine, and at the end they have stop codon known as termination codon also, and their genetic codes should be always UAA, UGA, UAG. They are also called nonsense codons or stop codons. And last, genetic code is universal. That is, it is present in all living organisms in the world. That's all for today.